Hey everyone, it is Jonah and I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be going over my Team John power rankings for The Voice going into the battle rounds, and then as well as battle pairing predictions for Team John and how I feel like people are going to fare on the show. So before I get to this video, I just want to say that if you guys like The Voice and like my videos, please feel free to subscribe down below for more content. I do voice reaction videos as well as these power ranking videos. Probably I'm going to keep up the power ranking videos probably weekly on this show for the rest of the season. So if you guys like that, please feel free to give this video a like and subscribe down below for more content. I would greatly appreciate it. And without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So so these are my personal power rankings, guys, off of like voice trends and stuff. So if you guys like, this isn't like factual at all. This is just my opinions. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments about these and what you guys think. And yeah, just say my opinions on your comments too. So yeah, let's jump right in. So at 10, I have Cain. She was the first person from Team John to get picked this season, or at least the first one they showed. And I felt like she ended up being like probably like the weakest one in a way, just from a standpoint of like unknowns and like how much she really has up her sleeve, because I just felt like we were missing something from her a little bit. I think that she definitely warranted a chair turn, but I don't know if she's going to end up going far on the show or not. She's just someone to watch out. That she's just somebody that, I don't know, just could go. I don't know. She's just a little unknown with her, and that's why she's at 10 here. So yeah. At 9, I have Pia Renee. And Pia, great talent. I thought she had a really nice voice, but again, it kind of just a lot of unknowns with her, and I feel like she may have showed too much maybe in her audition. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure what else she has up her sleeve. That usually, for me at least, I put people at the bottom when there's just a lot of unknowns about them, about how far I think they can go on the show. But yeah, so now at 8, I have Zania Alake, and I think she's someone to watch out for on this. I think I have her I may have her a little bit too low, but I think that she has more power than what she showed in her audition. I think that she had a really nice softness to her voice, but I was wanting the power behind it too. I wanted to hear that belting, that grit that she has in her voice also, and I think that she could end up very well being a powerhouse vocalist on this show. Just maybe not in the sense that we're all used to, but I think that she could end up being the one for John. At least the girl, maybe like the female powerhouse artist for Team John this season. So we'll see what happens. But right now I have her 8 just because there's a lot of unknowns about her, and I'm not positive that she has the powerfulness to back up her voice. So yeah. At 7, I have Denisha Dalton. Kind of similar boat. I think that she has great potential to end up being a powerhouse, but it's just a matter of whether she has more to give and more power than she showed in her audition. And I think that if she does, then she very well we could be seeing her in the knockouts even farther on this show. So yeah, but I can't wait to hear any of these artists. I think they're all very talented, and I'm very interested to see if any of my picks are right, or like if anyone's gonna surprise me down the road. So yeah. At 6, 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah. So at 6, I have Durell Anthony. He started off the performance on a high. Probably one of the best intros all season. He was phenomenal. Very high voice, but it's kind of the similar boat as others. I just feel like he may have shown too much, too fast. And I feel like he may not have enough to keep surprising us down the road. And I think that may end up being his downfall. But I thought it was a great song choice to do in an audition. But I thought he maybe showed a little too much range for that song. And I feel like he's somebody that can end up either proving me wrong or proving me right. So yeah. Then coming in at 5, I have Rio Doyle. She sang "When We Were Young" or "When We Are Young," when we were young, and this is a very emotional song. It's a song that shows a lot of vocal technique and precision and range, and it's what you can do with your voice. And I think that it's always a good audition song to do, because it shows your softness, but also the power you have behind your voice too. So I loved Rio a lot. She had a very mature tone. I think she's like 16 years old, which is kind of surprising for the voice that she had. And I definitely think that she's somebody that could end up stealing a spot in the lives down the road. And I think that she's someone to watch out for, as somebody that could potentially I'm not gonna say winning it, but somebody that could end up winning their battle and knockout and moving forward on the show. So yeah. Coming in at 4, I have Deion Warren. I loved his voice. I thought he had very, very, very buttery runs. He just kept doing them and doing them and doing them and doing them to where I was like amazed by what he was doing. And I love the song choice. Shallow is a great song choice to do because it shows all your runs and your range that you can do. And I think that he's somebody that if he kind of limits the runs a little bit and shows more power to his voice, he's somebody that can go far on this show. And I can't wait to hear what he does in the battles. So yeah. At 4, I have Ciana Pelekai. She's somebody that has a lot of just vocal chops. She's very young, very talented, and she's somebody that I think will end up just showing how big of a voice she has later in the later rounds. People will be surprised by her because of how little she looks and how big her voice can really be. And I think that if I had to pick really anybody who I thought could get to the lives, besides like probably one other person, which I'll name later on, it would probably be her. Just because of how powerful her voice is. But yeah. So coming in at 2, I have Carolina Rial. And honestly, John has a lot of just young females on his team this season. Like Rio, Zania, and Carolina. They're all kind of in similar vocal areas too. Which I kind of find weird. But I think that the best one, at least in the blinds for me, was Carolina Rial. I thought that she sang Stay With Me very well. It's a very tough song to do. Sam Smith is just really hard to sing in general. And I thought that she did a great job with it. And I think that she's somebody to watch out for on the show. She's also pretty young, and she had a very mature voice for her age, too. I think that she's someone that can keep showing more and more power to her voice and more things that she can do. And I think that she's going to go far on the show. So, yeah, so at 1, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody necessarily, but this is going to be Victor Solomon. And Victor Solomon, he sang Glory, John Legend song. I think that because he sang a John Legend song and is now on John Legend's team, this may be John Legend's favorite on the show this season. And I would not be surprised at all if we see Victor in the finale. Also, I think that Victor is a finale artist. He sang that song very, very well. He's a very, very distinct tone. And I just can't wait to hear him again in the battle. So I think he's an amazing talent. And I do think that we will be seeing him in the live shows. So yeah. Now let's get into my battle pairing predictions for Team John. So first pairing I have is Cain and Zania Alake. So, yeah. I thought that these both people who could end up being powerhouses for Team John down the road. And I think that John may end up pairing these two together just to see which one is more powerful, which one could be their powerhouse. And I think that Zania will end up taking this one and moving forward onto the show if this pairing happens, right? So in the second one, it's going to be Victor Solomon and then Durell Anthony. Again, these two very similar just ranges, and I think Victor's toned a little more distinct, which is the reason why I think he'll end up prevailing, and I think he has more to show. I think Durell kind of showed all he had maybe in his one audition, while Victor has just more to give. So that's why I would put Victor slightly ahead here. And then for the next one, I have Carolina Rial and Rio Doyle. So between these two, this is honestly a toss-up to me. I think this is go 50-50. They both sing really emotional, hard songs to do that show a lot of your vocal range here. And I think this is just a matter of who has more to give. And I think this is really going to be 50-50. And I would not want to pick if this is a battle pairing. So, yeah. For the fourth one, I have Ciana Pelekai and Pia Renee. So again, the kind of similar younger voices here, but I think that Ciana has the more power to her voice, at least from what I heard in the blinds. So I think that, and what I remember, but I do think Ciana has to be the one who takes this one if this battle pairing happens. And then for the fifth and final one, I have Deion Warren and Denisha Dalton. Again, these are two people who have a lot of range, and two people who I think could go far on the show, who are kind of in similar areas. That's why I think that these two will end up getting paired together. But I think that Deion comes out with this one. Just my opinion, but I love Deion. I think he's a great artist. He kind of reminds me of, I think his name was Michael. I don't remember his last name at all. I mean, not even Michael, but he was like somebody who's on American Idol, like the first season of the remake. He went pretty far in the show, but he worked out a bowling alley, and he had a very nice range. And he sang maybe this time in his I think his solo round in American Idol. So he kind of just reminds me of Mike One-Away. I think that his voice just has limitless range, and I think he's gonna go. And I think he has potential to go pretty far on this show. So yeah, top 3 artists that I think have most potential to get through to the lives on Team John. I will say Victor Solomon, Ciana Pelekai, and I'm gonna go Deion here. I think Deion's voice is very unique, and I think that he has really good potential to make it farther on the show than we think. And I think for a steal, most likely to get a steal here, in my opinion, would probably be Rio Doyle and Carolina Rial. And most likely to be a save performance, I think Victor and Durell. I think Durell may end up getting a save here. But yeah. So I'm very excited to hear all these artists in the next couple rounds. And again, if you guys have any opinions, or if you guys have anything that you want to just talk to me about, like maybe you think that someone should be higher than they were, or just you want more clarification on why I put someone where I put them, feel free to drop a comment down below. I would love to talk with you. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll be back with more videos later. Thank you guys.